Welcome to the Living Joyfully Show with your host, Dr. Sheri K. Hoff. Be sure to get your free gift at theinspiredactionsuccesscoach.com. theinspiredactionsuccesscoach.com. Get ready to step into your joy in today's episode. Here's our wonderful Sheri.
Hello everybody. This is Sheri K. Hoff, and I have a fabulous guest with me here today, entrepreneur and potential explorer Katrine Horn's source of inspiration has always been to ask herself, what am I capable of? Through her training as a classical musician in London and in Paris, Katrine realized early on that you can do almost anything you put your mind and heart to and enjoy it. Through her love of learning, Katrine went on to teach and to become a life coach, where she now shares her powerful tools for mind management and discomfort tolerance. On the other side of discomfort lies your most beautiful life, where you can cultivate your connection to your heart so that following your joy becomes easy and lets you flow into your zone of excellence, where you too can experience your greatness. It's so great to have you here, Katrine. How are you?
I'm so very well. Thank you, Sheri. It's lovely to be talking to you.
Mm-hmm. So where are you today? Are you in France today?
Yeah, I'm in the south of France where I live, and it's spring, and so all the birds are chirping along, and all the trees are in flower, and it's all really beautiful.
I'm just imagining that, where it's spring here. It's spring here in Colorado too, and we had a blizzard a week ago. but almost, yeah. It was very cozy though, but almost all the snow has melted, and it's been very sunny and shiny here too. So, well, I wanted to have you here on the podcast because, you've created this really beautiful business, and you're also a beautiful soul. And we connected when you were doing one of your speaking events where you were interviewing people. And since that, we've had this wonderful interwoven relationship. And you really just bring so much to helping people find their joy, helping people explore their passion. So I'm so happy to have you here. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, what made you decide to get started in business as a life coach?
Wow, I'm just so really touched by everything you're saying, Sheri. So thank you, and it's entirely reciprocal, everything you told me. But to get back to my business, well, actually, I didn't decide on my business. It sort of decided on me, because I thought I was going to open a restaurant. But that just wasn't happening. I had this idea that I was going to help people eat healthily through a new sort of kind of restaurant. But everything I did to make that happen just never came to fruition. And at that time, I also I did a sort of presentation about creativity, and a business school approached me and asked if I didn't want to come and coach their students in creativity. So I thought, wow, yeah, that sounds like fun. And that's what I did. And it just sort of took over, really. I started coaching more and more. And then I thought, well, I don't just want to be doing that for a business school. I want to have my own business. And that's how I started, really, Katrine Horn Coaching.
I love that story, and I love how open you were to things unfolding and taking that next step. And so many people who are really doing what they love to do have kind of that similar story of, just sort of landing on it almost by accident. So I really love that.
Yeah. Totally. And it's just like, I like going through the open doors. I don't like to be knocking on a lot of doors or forcing my way through. So I just go where it's really easy to come through. That's what I mean by following my joy. So when it's easy to go there, then why not? Why not? There might be something really worthwhile in that direction. Had I wanted really to open my restaurant, then I think it would have been a lot of struggle and strife. And so I was really happy that, if I can say so, Providence stopped me in time. So I didn't have the time to invest in one before this new way having another business opened itself for me.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of obstacles have you had to overcome in starting your business when you decided, okay, I'm going to do this on my own? You know, there's a lot of joy in there, but there are also some sort of hiccups that happen. So how did you overcome them?
Yeah, well, the hiccups are just like wonderful learning opportunities. And as I'm really all about learning, I love it. When I decided to open an online business, obviously I didn't know half of what I needed to know because, you know, just one thing after another presents itself to us when we start something we've never tried before. So one of the first things I had to do was really to start learning a lot and learning fast. And it was a lot of sort of techie stuff on the computer, on the internet. But to my very great surprise, I actually loved learning it. And I was really proud of myself. You know, when you put up your first website, you can sort of sit back and think, wow, I just did that. I had no idea I could do that. So that was so rewarding. But I also found the right help from other people. But just to let you see how you could think about this is I like to ask myself questions. So if I'm coming up against something that seems a little bit difficult or unmanageable or whatever, an obstacle, as you say, I like to ask myself, what would an easy way of overcoming this look like? So I just sort of open up to an easy solution to it. And then I also ask, do I have to do it myself? So that sort of opens up the space where I can feel into what action is the most appropriate to take. So I don't sort of start 1,000 things, but just take one action and letting go of wanting to feel sure that action is going to be like 100% effective. And also let go of the need to control the outcome. So I could say that I practice trust that I've got this obstacle. I know that I'm very capable of solving a lot of problems. So I just really have to settle into this obstacle and see what I can learn and wait for the best way of overcoming it to be shown to me.
Mm. I love that approach. And, you know, I think so many people have the opposite approach where they almost are saying, how can I make this as complicated as possible? In fact, I have a girlfriend from college, and she would always say that she could take anything and make it as stressful as possible. So I personally prefer the easy way, the relaxed way. And easy doesn't mean that, you know, we don't do work, but it's allowing that things don't have to be hard. We don't have to be having all that push energy into it. So what advice?
But actually,
go ahead.
This is what I sort of got aware of from talking to you or learning about you, because I invited you to my event because you were talking about how you could relax into your business. And I just thought, oh, that sounds so cool. I mean, wouldn't we all just love to have a business we could relax into?
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful energy. It's kind of like you can kind of exhale. It's like you've been holding your breath and you can just kind of go, whew, and just, you know, I think you said it really well when you said settle in. I really like that. So what advice do you have for people out there who are just getting started in business, or maybe they've been in business for a while? What insight do you have to offer?
Well, I like to be always curious, so let things come to you. Don't just have one fixed idea of what your business should look like. So you let all the doors open and just see what comes to you, what is easy and what feels like fun. Because some people who go into business, they forget to check in and see whether they're actually enjoying it. And I think if we do start our own business, it is that we want to be able to have that joy in our lives. We don't want to be slogging away. We want it to be a joyful experience. So I think it's useful to be asking yourself quite often, am I actually enjoying it? Or is it too much hassle or struggle or strife? So really just be open to what is presented to you and follow your joy.
That's really good advice. So if people want to get in touch with you, maybe you can tell us, what services you offer to people and how they can get in touch with you. And I know you have some freebies too. Yeah,
if you go to my website, katrinehorn.com, I'll just spell that, which is KATRINEHORN.com. I've got several freebies for you if you want to start to get a little feel of what it is I'm all about. So I've got an ebook on self-love tips and tools. So I find that a good place to start if you really want to start exploring what you're capable of, where your greatness lies and what is possible for you. I think it's really good to be able to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you love yourself. And so this is a thing I developed in my ebook, and it's full of other exercises, and you can just download it if you go to my website, Katrine Horn, or you can come and meet me in my Choosing Happiness Facebook group, where we've got 700 people who are all committed to choosing happiness every day. And I really do think it is a choice. So that is what we practice in that group, and it's really a great place to meet up with people, to connect, to get the support, because let's be honest, some days I'm not as happy as others, and we sometimes need that little extra push towards our choice of happiness, and that is where we provide that for you.
Well, you've given people some great options here, and I know that just when you speak, like, your joy just flows through, and you're a remarkable person. I haven't even scratched the surface of all of your talents and skills that you have, but I know that people who work with you really see a wonderful benefit, and you change people's lives. You change people's lives through your telesummits and through your Choosing Happiness group. So I know every day you're making a big difference, and I'm really thankful that you came into my life too, Katrine. I really appreciate you.
Thank you, Sheri. It's totally likewise from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you, everybody, for being here today. And please go to Katrine's website, take advantage of her free ebook. Sure, everything she teaches is just spot on to give you some transformation, some happiness, some joy. So take care, everybody, and I will talk to you soon.